And now for the finale of Super Castlevania 4. Well, hopefully this went better. So, yeah, this was basically my first Super NES game. Or second, depending upon when I was actually Super Mario World. I can't really remember. I do know this game came with the system. As in, when we got the game, was when the game's gone with it. I don't remember how many different. Buy this system, get this game the Super NES had. I know it had Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, and some other things, but probably not third party stuff like this. Overall, yeah, this was a pretty good first real experience with the Castlevania series. I say real since I couldn't get into the second game. I don't know if I played much of the first, and the third game was just not played at all. Though it seems to be basically like the first, but more evil from what I've seen watching an LP of it by some guy who basically apparently kept in a lot of failure and stuff and had editing techniques. Yeah, editing. I'm impressed. Still, my biggest problem playing games like these is the timing of dodging and moves. I tend to be overzealous and try to not think about what's actually being aimed at me and just hit stuff and hope I don't get hit by anything. In other words, I play stupidly. Sort of kind of mixed on the final boss too, especially after the NES version. And this version is like all calm and serene, everything's peaceful, and suddenly it becomes a victory theme. You're gonna win, you're automatically destined to beat him, he doesn't have a chance. Whereas in the NES version, it starts with a boarding tune to get you worried about stuff, and then when you get to the second form, which actually has its own separate HP meter, it becomes one of those danger tunes of doom where like you're doomed to die, things are getting hasty and dramatic. Just works a lot better on my view if you want Dracula to seem like a threat. So yeah, I think I might prefer the way the NES version does it, but it sort of begs the question, which is the better Castlevania Dracula theme? I mean, you've got ones that have been used quite a few times, like Illusionary Dance of Illusions, or whatever it's called this week. Black Knight been used a couple of times, and so forth. For another one like Banquet of Madness, Order of the Demon, Proof of Blood. Yeah, it's really hard to say. And of course, Dracula's true form. Actually, does he even have a true form? What the heck determines the form he takes on in half these games anyway? Seems to basically be random. Of course, in this game, his true form basically more or less consists of having slight damage to his body, after being hit in the head so many times by the rudest dinner guest ever. This guy seems to be riskier than I am. Some of the stuff he does, he's about to get hit. Of course, he just has to use the letter whip, doesn't he? So yeah. There is the idea of trying Dracula out, but only using the letter whip and nothing else. I've actually done it. It is possible, but you really have to have good timing and do as much damage as possible the first form and hopefully be able to take advantage of the chicken stuff. Final form, yeah, is simple enough. The only problem I really ran into after practicing that was running out of time. Like I said, Dracula's death is designed to waste time to get you killed. Alright then, so basically this concludes Let's Play Super Castlevania 4, but before we finish off, let's go ahead and go into something. When you beat the game, you get to go for it again in hard mode, which I believe basically means the enemies damage you more and they take more hits to kill. Which, to be honest, is kind of boring because really it just means it takes longer to win the game and you have to dodge more often. Sort of like the hard mode, it does more than just that. Like maybe give the enemies new techniques, give them new skills, new ways of defeating you, but no, it's just more damage. Of course, I could be wrong. But either way, I just never really felt like going through hard mode in games like this. Just as I've never felt like going through hard mode in games like Super Mario World or Super Mario Brothers at all. It has to be some viable reason to do it. At least some sense of accomplishment. I guess the closest I've come is stuff like Star Ocean the Second Story going for the gaming universe mode, but really there's the whole grinding element to it, and the fact it's long term. Anyway, as for future replays, but yeah, basically, yes, if I had a code to fight the final boss in hard mode, I might check it out. But for now, let's end this for real. So, bye.